we're going to cancel it.
Yeah.
All right, well, here we go, buddy.
They're going to want to wrestle.
Yep.
Can't let them do that.
Still in, I'm sorry, boy. Still in Studio Z this week.
Studio R,
Studio
George.
R.
We're doing a little bit better.
Yeah, Studio R this week.
Yeah.
Very much, boy. Yeah, I told the guys, you know, we had like 8 people wanting to help. Helping. I said, man, I don't care if you ever learn how to work. One of them said there's a little low on.
Finally, these students are doing something around
I know,
here.
exactly. And I don't know how that. One of them said
they're like, oh, wrestling? I go to wrestling shows? That's what I do? That's what I'm coming
Yeah,
here?
they said,
Normally they just come to training and then they don't show up to shows.
Worst part, Bullet, one guy paid, and he won't tell me who, and if he shows up at night, I'll introduce you, but he paid a guy $270. That's what he told me, somewhere else to supposedly train. The guy didn't do nothing. Never got him in the ring, never locked up with him, even out in the yard, never. $270 for that guy. Now this poor guy is trying to get that money back from this goofball, very Italian-stylish. But anyway, but that's what's so funny. And he was there with us to help with the ring a little bit, and he said that he gave us nothing, but we gave him more. He enjoyed doing it, is what I'm getting at, bro. But anyway, he enjoyed doing that. He got more that night from us free. Then he paid the other guy $270. Somebody in Charlotte, he said. He gave him $270 to train him. Holy cow. Or either the guy that took the money and didn't have to deal with him is the smart one, and I'm the dumb one.
Yeah, you got to deal with it.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
All right, ready?
Yes.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the edition of Dad, You Don't Work, You Wrestle. You hear the claps? You know what time it is? That was quite a nice rhythm you had
That was
there.
pretty good, wasn't it, boy?
And how was your weekend?
I was listening to Queen, We Will Rock You, when I was pulling in. So I was trying to get it. I couldn't get it right in the car, Bullet.
Okay.
Very observant you were, Bullet. Anyway, great week, Bullet, as always. I'm in such a good mood tonight. I'm sure the trainees, and the training will spoil that. But as of right now, Bullet, I'm in a very, very good mood. Had a good week this past week, Bullet. We were just talking here before we went live on the air, which we were already live on the air, I think. But all of the guys, we're getting real busy here. A lot of the students are getting hands-on training. We're probably going to lose a lot of them, Bullet, but we're throwing them right in the middle of it. Setting the rings up, setting chairs up, just learning. Waving the fire trucks in when you need to, and telling the fire trucks where to be, and what door for the firemen to go in. And next week we'll be learning on how to turn fire alarms off. That's going to be the advanced class. But we had a great week, boy. Of course, I'm talking about PWX there in High Point, brand new building. It was a very good crowd, Bullet. I've been there for many times. I told a couple of guys Saturday night. Matter of fact, a couple years ago, I had 3 ring rentals. 3 Saturdays in a row in that same exact building. 3 different groups, Bullet. I left my ring up for 3 weeks. That is a very true story. But anyway, had a great week, Bullet.
And probably, well, again, I'm sure now the Goofs are going to come out of the woodwork
all over the woodwork. That's what I think is so funny. I think maybe they're smart ones. They sit back with their feet propped up drinking tea, waiting on us to find a building, and then I think the worst thing you can do is post a picture. We're all excited when we draw a good little house or whatever, Bullet.
You're going to get some ring rentals on High Point again.
Oh, I love that. So great week there, Bullet. Of course, this week we will be going into July 4th celebration. Of course, Friday all day. Of course, my annual thing, and I heard through the kayfabe grapevine that Bullet and Mrs. Bullet, please correct me if I was standing in line at Food Line and I read the National Enquirer, and that's where I saw this. But July 4th, Faith...
No, she did not take half.
No, she she felt sorry, like me. She felt sorry and gave you her ass. That's what happened, boy. Oh, kayfabe that one. Okay. But Faith... That's pretty good, boy. Faith, North Carolina, this Friday, big, huge Faith Fair, folks. This thing is huge. There'll be pro wrestling that evening, but of course they got the big fair. So they got everything going on all day. Big, huge fireworks show that night. It'll be on a Friday, which is kind of weird. I'm used to it being on a Saturday. But July 4th, this Friday, will be a huge Faith, North Carolina show, big wrestling show that night. I'll be there all day with Dad, the second greatest book ever written.
Not doing a raffle.
Not doing a raffle. Oh, gosh, no. Almost got shot last week over the raffle. Just because the guy that owns the whole carnival says don't do it, don't mean you don't have to listen to him, Bullet. But anyway, that will be Friday night. Of course, Saturday, I'll be headed back down to Union, South Carolina, back down for our buddy Derek down there that runs the Union Fairgrounds. And this time it will be kind of their late July 4th celebration. He usually runs inside the Fairgrounds building, but it's kind of neat. They moved the ring outside to be under a nice, one of those nice outdoor building tarp stuff. And so anyway, that's a big weekend that we've got planned there. Also, last week, Bullet, we just let it out just a little bit about the Sunday show. I had several people come up to me, and I don't know if we can fully throw it out there, can we?
We can fully disclose it, stuff like that. I'll probably announce it online as well pretty soon. But we'll make this, Dad, you don't work, you wrestle exclusive.
Oh, I love this, exclusive.
That my $5 wrestling show at the Elkin Armory on July 20th. We're gonna have to talk about what time I can get in the building. I'll let you know what time it starts.
Just let me know. I got a key. Okay?
Yeah, we got to figure that out. But it'll be like mid-afternoon. Relax, folks. But there'll be more information about that, and follow all my social media sites at Scott Manning, and of course my Facebook page. But the big news and the breaking news and the exclusive news is that the July 20th show, Elkin Armory, the $5 wrestling show. We will be taping for a documentary about Freight Train, who is taking a trip across the pond.
Yes, he
Basically,
is.
this is almost like a show/casting call. If you are a fan of $5 wrestling, make sure you show up to the Elkin Armory on July 20th. Because you'll probably get on camera, and I will be asking fans about their favorite Freight Train moments and memories and stuff like that. Everybody who walks that door, I'm going to try and put a camera in your face.
I love that.
And we're going to talk about Freight Train, and we're going to do a lot of cool things on the show. That's a little bit outside the box of a normal $5 wrestling show. And it's just a taping, not internet pay-per-view, but it's a taping because I can control everything.
Yeah, I love that.
I feel a lot better when I can control everything.
I love that.
But it's going to be, we're going to be filming a lot of B-roll footage, a lot of interview footage. Basically, the whole day we're going to be filming content for the Freight Train documentary, which is yet to be titled. Right now, it's Freight Train Goes to England.
And I love that. And you know what I love about that, Bullet? Anybody that, of course, Freight Train's just such a super wonderful guy, but anybody that knows this whole story and Freight Train and just how much he loves our business and just how good of a great guy he is, to see something like this just for the trip to be taking place for an individual like this is just, I think it's the greatest thing in the world. I do. But I'm sure, it's like our great TV show. You always have one that says something stupid about it.
I'll wait for it. I've actually got a bet an over and under set when it's going to come out. I already know who it's going to be, in this public forum. That's
exactly right. But I'm so glad we're able to announce it right here, Bullet, on the greatest internet show, on the greatest TV show on the computer, and that will be a Sunday afternoon, kind of laid back. Had a couple people, the reason I brought it up, had a couple people in High Point ask, are you sure it's on a Sunday? I guess they're worried about work the next day, whatever. Nope, this will be great, compact, everybody will have a lot of fun. We'll be, great show, but it ain't going to be one of these things where we're going into late into the night if they got to get up and go to work or something goofy like that. Most of the EWA fans that come to my shows don't have jobs, and I don't have to worry about that, Bullet. But we do realize that there are some working people in this work.
We plan to get out of that pretty early tonight, but get a lot of good footage.
That's exactly right.
That's the whole plan.
That's exactly right. So they'll be hearing a lot more about that, and just anybody as I do, just love Freight Train, just want to come be part of that, and just show their love towards him on this big opportunity that he's got. I'm just so excited for it. And I love to see the place packed, Bullet, just to support that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to try and put a camera in everybody's face, get a lot of faces on there and how we feel about Freight Train. And they got a couple surprises for everybody as well. But also, too, don't forget to donate to the Kickstarter because without the money, we're not going to England.
That's exactly right.
There's nothing. There's nothing here. There's balls flying out.
That's exactly right.
So without this money, Freight Train doesn't go to England, and this documentary doesn't get made.
That's exactly right.
That's really the most important thing if you can't make it to the Elkin Armory on Sunday, July 20th.
Very good. That's a very good point, Bullet, that they can show their love towards and their support towards Freight Train. Even if you can't be there at that show, there is an opportunity.
And a lot of great tiers, and I'll take it. Some of the people really take advantage of some of the higher tiers. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Like the T-shirt and the autographed DVDs, and even the special video message and phone call. People have really taken advantage of those.
I love that. And so it's just amazing time here. We got so much stuff going on. I know we're right in the middle of summer. It's hot as heck, but I love this time of year, Bullet. I love the buildings that are hot. A lot of people don't, but I love when you're able to go out there and sweat a little bit and work a little bit. And so I'm just excited to be all part of it, Bullet, as we are. And with all that being said, the good stuff we got out of the way, now it is time for our annual, my favorite time.
Well, weekly, maybe not annual.
Weekly. Folks would like to be an annual, but there's so many of you stupid people out there that we got to do it every week. Bullet, this past week, there's nobody immune from the idiot bag, as you know. What's so exciting to me is to have fans come up and say they got a coworker or somebody like that they almost give me a request to put an idiot bag. in our idiot bag. But Bullet, this week, you know, and I know I'm like 4 seasons late, but I got turned on. Everybody's gonna laugh at me, but Bullet, I sit down and watched the TV series The Walking Dead for the first time. I know, and I know, but let me just tell you this, Bullet.
Okay.
So, this is what I'm getting at here, folks, okay? And so I sit there and tried to watch this, and of course I didn't realize the show came out 4 years ago, okay, Bullet? So what I'm watching season 1, a couple episodes of season 1.
Okay.
And it's been around a long time, I think, Bullet. It's on like its 8th season, I don't know. But anyway, here's who I'm putting in the idiot bag this week, Bullet, okay? I'm going to leave the zombies alone, okay? I ain't going to... Now, listen to me. Walking Dead people, which the title itself is like most wrestling shows I go to, Bullet, The Walking Dead. But here's who I'm putting in the idiot bag, okay? Anybody that was on this show, this is what I don't understand, Bullet. If you're in a home and the doors are locked and the windows are boarded up, okay, and there's 2,000 zombies walking around, like most wrestling fans, okay, Bullet, or promoters, do you hear a noise, and what always happens, Bullet? You hear a noise outside, and here's who's going in my idiot bag this week.
I hope it
those people that are in that secured, locked fortress of solitude, Bullet, doors locked, padded, they hear a noise, and what do? They go outside. Okay? You deserve to be eaten by a zombie. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Carl. Bullet. Stay in the house. Stay in the house, Carl.
That's exactly what I was thinking about. Oh my gosh.
There was a lot of internet memes and stuff like that you missed out on, George. But you're a few years behind on telling Carl to stay in the house. But it's okay.
But that is the one. He needs his butt whooped. I'm singling him out, Bullet. I really am. I can't believe. Come on, writers.
A few years late, but that's okay.
A few years late.
A few years late telling Carl to stay in the house.
A few years late,
but it's okay.
Bullet, I think. Who's writing this stuff? Writers for wrestling TV shows, I think, Bullet. But anyway, don't make a bit of sense. Carl, I'm singling him out. I wasn't going to, but you reminded me of who the guy. I'm singling him out, putting Carl into the idiot bag because he's in a perfectly secure house, boarded. You couldn't blow this thing down with a tank. He hears a noise. He unlocks everything, goes outside, Bullet. Goes out right in the middle of it, Bullet. I turned it off. Okay? Okay, so...
Well, rest assured, George, you might have to take him out of idiot bag because if you watch in the later seasons, Carl gets the point that you don't leave the house.
Oh, okay.
Carl has evolved as a character. I don't want to spoil nothing for you, but he has evolved as a character.
Okay, but right now he is dumped in the idiot bag, Bullet. All I saw was the house is locked, everything's secure. I think he even laid his gun down, or they laid his little gun down to go outside, Bullet. And next thing I know, it just breaks loose. Okay, so anyway, I don't know if I could sit there. I watched 3 episodes before I realized this is season 1. I know half those people have been killed off, whatever. But anyway, so the title of this episode is The 2 Walking Dead Introduce the Walking Dead into the idiot bag. Okay, Bullet? So, man, I worked up a sweat getting all excited about that. All I know is if I hear a noise, I may see... No, I'm not going to do you, Bullet. We'll send one of our trainees out to check. Okay? All I know, folks, as we close here, okay, that Sonny and Cher are not leaving the house if there's zombies out and we hear a noise. That's why we keep these students for, Bullet, okay? We'll send the trainees out, okay, to check on the zombies. So, but with all that being said, what is not Walking Dead is
the second greatest book of all time, which, if you are trapped inside of a house and zombies are outside, what better reading material could you possibly have?
That was the best one yet, boy.
Then the second greatest book of all time, which is available at highspot.com. Yeah.
Dang, I'm mad because I didn't come up with that line, Bullet.
That's why I'm the co-host.
Oh, that was beautiful, Bullet. Well, next week I got to dress up like a zombie. Okay, Bullet, sit here and hold the book.